Welcome to this series where we are taking a look at the 1.14 update for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we went back to the Tylenol and scrapped down the CV, and then we started making our way towards Yara. But before we get there, we got to do a fairly substantial rebuild of the capital vessel for us to be able to take on infectors, because at the moment we have no actually mounted weapons which we could use against them. So in this part, what I want to do is make a start of rebuilding the ship, and what we're going to be trying to do is utilize this space here by making the ship into more of a delta wing format. If I get up high, you can see. So what we need to do is recover this space in this area and also rebuild the rear of the ship so that we've got a little bit more protection for our thrusters. These pods here will leave the same, so we'll just bring the back out. Be nice to get some bigger thrusters, but that may not be quite so good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start by actually picking up blocks. I think we need space. That's the problem. I haven't got that much in fuel. Miscellaneous, and we've got a bit of space in miscellaneous. So, and what I want to do is start. Actually, the other thing I want to check is because we don't have a lot of these, but I think I've got some, because we will go through a lot of multi-charges. I also will apologize in advance if my voice sounds a bit rough. It's down to the fact that I've got a little bit of a sore throat at the moment. I'm hoping it doesn't develop into anything worse, but you can never tell. So we're going to take off these blocks here, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, because what we're going to need to do is put on a symmetry plane. So we've got this area here. One thing I would like to put here is the two mounted weapons. I'm wondering if I take these off through here. I've got to be very careful at the moment. I think there's a door here, so we're okay there, because at the moment I've got some mushrooms growing, and I don't feel that I want to take that out, because that might breach. Just make sure. Let's see if the mushrooms are grown. If not, I'll have to pick them up, and because I don't have much in the way of mushrooms. So see this, if I go back over there, that will cause a bit of a problem. These guys are still growing. I think we'll just retrieve these. It means if I breach the hull, it won't make any difference. And the other thing I'm going to need to do now is set the symmetry plane. I mean, I'll be completely upfront. I seriously doubt that I will have all this finished in one part. In fact, I'll probably have to finish off some of it off camera. That symmetry plane helps if I actually turn it on, doesn't it? Aha. As I say, I'm not exactly functioning at 100%, but I think I can handle this. Next thing, what I like to do is be actually on top of the ship when I'm actually building a capital vessel. So we're going to go back up on top. We got the symmetry plane. I think the next thing we're going to need to do is decide on. We've got a little bit of space coming out here over the thrusters, but we've also got this here. Say we go in one. Let me just take up, because we could expand this out a bit too. Would I want to do that? I don't really want to tunnel into there, because I know that there's fairly vital equipment. Gee, looks like those are damaged. Let's just repair those. think what we'll do to start with is, whoops. Don't want the MX5, want these guys. You don't want this one. Is it main storage? Yep. So we'll start with these guys. Yeah, I think we can put a few blocks just on top of these. Or actually, maybe we could go like that. Maybe something like that. And then what I could do is put a row of blocks underneath to mark the location for where we got to put the rocket projectors as well. So if I do that, we've got 400 and actually, if I got any plain steel blocks or anything that's got some carbon composite, that will do. Just going to put carbon composite in there. Just make sure it's, yeah, it's good. Basically, the carbon composite will mark the location of where our other weapon would go. We can build in around that, and it's not particularly that important at the moment. Would like a little bit more protection here, so go back to here. Now we're going to work with the combat steel. I think if we put one there, and not that one. I think I would like to kind of bring this forward. I mean, the idea behind this is to protect the side of the guns going forward. We're not going to get that. We're going to have to get a shallow delta effect, won't we? So I do something like that. Go back to there. There, like that. Go to size. I'm trying to, at the moment, I'm trying to remember how I actually built up the original ship that I rebuilt in a previous series. I know I definitely built a delta formation like this. Let me just see, is that the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. And what this is going to do is just build up the interior cabin of the ship. So just keep coming back this way. I might improve. I don't want any lateral thrusters or anything in here at the moment, simply because we're be doing that. Actually, I think what we will do, come back here like that. I think we need to double thickness this wall like that, and like that. I mean, we can shape this in later on. I think we've now kind of reached a point now where we can come straight back now, like that, and like that, and like that. Just make sure the other side is keeping up. Okay, that's good. And what we'll do now is just break through into here like that, and take out this internal block as well, and probably these as well now, because we want to reclaim this space like that. Okay, we need to take out the other side as well. Probably going to need to move the fuel tanks. They're in a pretty vulnerable position here at the moment. I can stay at the moment. Take these out as well. Probably didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Take you out. Actually, we're take you out for the moment, like that. And then we're so maybe we've got a longer run there. Maybe we could go one more like that into there. And then we can blend the ship in like that. Let's just see, just make sure this is still following the pattern. Yeah, good. Right, we're going to take out some more here. Oops, just shot the shotgun. Right in the living daylights at me. We'll take these back to being square, like that. Take off you, and you. Okay, so I think we're looking good. These, what we can do now is put in block there. Whoops, up a bit too far. Downside of doing this. Okay, got blocks, got a gap there, quite there. Okay, we need to take you off there and there, and I think give strength to the whole coming like that. So that makes a connection to there. So we've now got this connecting here. I think we need this area is going to attract attention, so we need to block that in. And I think what we'll do is we'll create a wall like that inside the ship, so the ship will have a line up there. So maybe we'll just do something like that. We should bring it back to here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. As I say, we're probably going to need to move the various bits and pieces here. I think what I'm going to do now is we need to get the floor level next. So if I take out this corner here, come through here, we're going to need to take off these. This could be a door through. We've got to leave those thrusters there. So we'll take off this kind of outer skin. This is lower than that, that's good. We'll take out that and that. And we'll need to do it on this side as well. That's the enclosed thrusters, so these are like carbon and steel blocks. Leave that. This window is probably not quite so important. But take those there. So that comes back straight there. That comes back straight there. With respect to that, let me just look. We will need to do something about bringing the hull in from there. We will take out this because again we're going to need the floor level here. Take these out here. Remove this stuff as well. And that's a block there, that's a block there. So let's go back over this side. We'll remove you. We're gonna have to remove this bits here as well, like that. That goes down to floor level. That's good. We'll take out you through. Oops, gone a bit too far, but that's okay. We can build that in. Take these out here, like that. And that will be the floor coming through here. I don't really want armored blocks coming through here. What have we got in the way of blocks? There's going to be a lot of blocks we're going to be using up, isn't it? What are these? These are carbon composite. Ugh, horrible. Let me just see. We got 126 steel blocks. I don't think that's going to be enough. So what we're going to need to do is input, go to main storage. How much? What have we got here? I haven't got that much in the way of iron ingots, have I? Oh well. Start with 100 and take it from there. I think we'll begin by just taking you right forward like that. So we're just going to block the floor in a little bit. So we can shape it back a little bit later on. I think you can come through to there. Now we've got 68 left, so we can get the basic floor level in. Maybe we'll just come back a little bit like that. We won't go all the way to there. Okay, we're going to need to remove these blocks here as well. Let's make sure we got them off on the other side. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I think you're going to be okay. So we come in here, something like that, and then we'll just come out about 3 blocks like that. So we've kind of got the basic floor plan now. Let's just go and see how it works internally. So we got a floor through here. We got an entrance through here. These are, I think these are carbon composite, yeah. And then we got a door here. And we got it open to that area there. Let me just see how it fits here. Yeah. What's the fuel situation is? Got 16,000 fuel. If I take some fuel out, don't have a lot of space. If we say we withdraw, take it in small amounts, 2,000. Okay, we're going to take about 5,000 fuel out. That's 500. Take 5,000 fuel out. That should allow me to mess about with, actually. I think, will it be risky if I put, we got a generator there. See, my instinct would be to put fuel cells on the inside, but not close to the thrusters. I think I've got some tier 2 fuel tanks. Let me just see. Input, main. Where is main storage? I'm sure I picked up some tier 2 fuel. That's tier 1. Okay, it looks like I don't have tier 3. What would it take to make some tier 3s? Oh, okay, let's unlock that. Electronics, cobalt alloy. I think I would like 2 tier 3 fuel tanks, because that means I can reduce the number of these. Right. We're going to knock out input. Output to main storage. Where's the tier 3? Tier 3, there we are. So we're just going to build those. That means I can... I think we'll just salvage those for resources and cobalt alloy. I've got loads of tier 2 fuel tanks, so just I think we'll take that one out as well. We've got this space here. Part of me says that actually let's have a look at the CPU. We should be good for, I mean, we got quite a lot of space for CPUs yet. I'd like to bring the CPUs into what's that? These are access containers. I'd like to move these. Maybe if I pick these up, I'd like to move these in to this area. Let me just see, is there a space on the other side? Yeah, I think there is. So the last thing we want is some bozo picking these up. Okay, you should have enough space for these. We're going to retrieve these, one of these. We'll do it one at a time so that we, well, doesn't make that much difference anyway, is it really? We got a gap here, which is not good. Going to take you out. Going to put combat steel in there. Main storage. Oh, great. Yeah, I've got 3 minutes to pick it up, and I've got to find 3 minutes to find somewhere to put it. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous 3. Miscellaneous 1. Input. Okay, we're gonna have to pick these up on the input. Okay. Yeah, that was a little bit of a dodgy mistake. Okay, yeah, there's the hole there as well. The O2 tank was hiding it. Okay, we'll come to there. Main storage. Want that floor to be solid. There's another one, another hole there. So that makes the room solid. What we're going to do is drop main storage, go to input, go there, and we are going to pick up this retrieve block. And we're going to move you over to here, which will give you a little bit more safety. Why is this? Why aren't you rotating into position? That's better. That's because I was in the way. So that brings this into here. Like that. And that kind of puts the CPU3, the extenders in a safer location. Right, back to here. Seem to have a bit more space on this side, but that's okay. I think what we're going to do is, we've got some steel blocks here. I'm going to put a layer of steel blocks there. The reason that is that I don't think you get the area explosion effect from thrusters, but I don't want to run the risk of that. And then if we come to here, go back to main storage, pick up these. And then what I want to do is rotate a fuel tank there. It's in a bit of a dodgy position next to the gravity generator, but that's the way it is. So what's our fuel capacity now? I think that takes the fuel back almost to where it was before, 22,000 with the two, and probably a little bit more extra capacity that way. So we've now got this area here. One side I would like to make into a farm, but I'm not sure we're going to get the number of blocks across it. We could bonk in, I mean, a 3x3 here. Actually, let me just see. The ship's firing at something. Yeah, I think we'll have a machine room one side and a thing here. I think we'll get rid of these doors. They're not really. We'll retrieve that. Retrieve you. Go the other side as well. Take you out. Take you out. Probably move these fuel tanks. We need another large generator as well, because this is going to take a little bit more power. These will move up into the room here eventually. What are these blocks here? There's steel blocks here. Whoops. I think I'd like to fill in this bit of the floor here. We'll make a nice solid floor here. Like that. So that the opposition can't kind of extract their capabilities that way. I think we can have secondary fuel tanks on against this wall. I think I had some fuel tanks tonight, so yeah, right, we're put one on that side. I'm not exactly sure who my ship's firing at, but it's probably just being its usual annoying self. Some reason that wasn't there, so that will allow me to remove this fuel tank here and the one on the other side as well. So that kind of tidies up this area here. Right, what I'd like to do is see if I can get a 3x3 farm in the center here. So if I take out a block, say there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, we could probably come back one more. 1, 2, 3, like that, and then a row of combat steel there, and that should give me the what we call it, grow plots. Have we got any carbon substrate? Well, we got 8. We can use the carbon substrate to mark the grow plots like that. That means when we're gonna have to put some more reinforcement underneath the ship at the moment. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Steel blocks. Yeah, I'm not going to mess about. Just drop a steel block in there to mark the edge. We might have to put extra reinforcement underneath. That gives us the grow plot there. I mean, we could push out this way, but I'll leave that as optional. That's the definite one I want. That gives us a bit more farming space. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff here. Oops. We'll retrieve these blocks. We'll kind of open up this area a little bit for the moment. Take you out. Take you out. I think I'm interfering with the integrity of the actual space now, so we're going to take out here. Oh, these are carbon composite. This is just internal lining, so we'll take that out there. We'll leave that there. Got to leave that there. About the other side, where remove you, there. Take these away, and those away. So that opens up this space here. We are going to pick up the repair station and the small constructor, and I think we can probably put this, we might actually fill in to toughen up the front of the ship. So I think for the moment, where's the repair station? It keeps on doing that, doesn't it? Keeps on. Game, you are really annoying me. Okay. Go back to input. Pick you up again. We will transfer the main storage, put you in there as well. And what we will do is put these in here. And we will, I mean, to be brutally honest, if we lose a repair station, it's not the end of the world. The same with a small constructor. So we'll just rehook you up to where is it? It's miscellaneous 1 to 2, back to 2, I think, for the moment. So that opens up this space. We got to do. We got this kind of fuel tank kind of hanging down out of nowhere at the moment, which is. Oops, we're running out of food again. Let's eat pizza. We'll leave the. So we got really nice big open space here, but the problem we got now is we got to blend all this in so that we've actually got something that functions. I think what we'll do to begin with is we know this is going to be, so we're going to retrieve you, and we'll do exactly the same on the other side here. Retrieve you, and you. Leave the strip lights in for the moment. Is that? And I think we're right. I got the. No, I haven't got the blocks, have I? Cancel that. What we're going to do now is we're going to block this in to about there. Oh, we've got, okay, these bits are going to have to disappear. I'll be on the other side as well, like that. And what we'll do is we'll bring this forward to about there. We'll put a block there. Let me just see. I think for the moment we'll just use that block there. We may redesign the ship as well. As you might gather, I'm a little bit out of practice with respect to designing ships at the moment. I think, and of course, what we're creating here is a weapons platform, which is what I'm looking forward to. And we're, oops, take you into there like that. So what we've got now is a platform for weapons coming in here. What we're going to need to do is blend this so that it fits with this. The only kind of possible concern I've got here is, no, we should be okay for a grow plot light here. I think what we will do is we'll just square this off like that with combat still. Actually, I think we'll go out another level like that. So this gives us our grow plot. This gives us this bit here. We can put something in, either put something in here, or but what we could do is have extra lift thrusters in there as well, because that's something that we will need to work on. I seem to have lost the exterior thrusters. I think they're up there, aren't they? Are they up there? Oh, shotgun. Yeah, we got the thrusters up there. Right, let's just go back over and take a look and see what's the other side of the ship is like. Yeah, we just got this awkward fuel tank here. I think we're tree view. We got two fuel tanks there. We've got a little bit of a hole there, which we'll fill with that. Okay. Let me just look this side. Got two fuel tanks there. We got the main fuel tanks there. We've got thrusters there, so we don't want to put fuel tanks close to the thrusters, because that's a little bit bad news. Looks like we've got a bit of damage here to the, oops, yeah, well, a little bit of repair in here as well. I'm not happy with this generator, where it is. It's a 3-block. Actually, I think what I can do is we retrieve the generator. Where are you? Okay, we got a couple of generators. Let me just look the other side. Yeah, we got space, so because I lost one of the generators when I was actually putting this in, so I'm going to put a generator in there. Just make sure it dropped on the other side as well, because that will give us the generator capacity. I think what we will do is we will put some blocks there. In fact, I think we'll double the thickness of the wall there. And actually, I might even triple the thickness of the wall here. And like that. And how well's that looking on the other side? Whoops. So we kind of tripled that. We're going to need to do something about that. So that we've got 3 large generators. And we've got a little bit of a block gap there. So that gives us a little bit more reinforcement in this area. Got 2 fuel tanks. What's the fuel situation now? I reduced the fuel carry capacity a bit. No, still says 2,800. Well, we're not going to do it. So, or 22,800. We got space to add extra fuel here. I mean, technically, I could put another farm over here, but I think I'd like to keep this area open because one thing we are going to need to think about is actual what am I talking about? Is more storage. That's the back of the guns. Now we could be attacked by the guns. So what I'm going to do is actually we'll come like that. We've got gaps there, but that's okay. I'm going to retrieve blocks there and there. Actually, we're going to retrieve those blocks as well on both sides. Come back over here and do exactly the same here as well, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm doing is like basically toughening up the front of the ship, because we know full well that the opposition, if we get into a battle, could, because they will be firing at the front of the ship, the front of the deltas could take additional damage. In fact, there's part of me that says another tier. Actually, I'm just having a thought. I'm gonna have to take the fuel out again, aren't I? Sorry about this, guys. Because I've just thought about something. 10,000 and another 5,000. That should be enough. If we do these one at a time, we should be okay. If I take this out, retrieve this block. Where did it go? There it is. So we'll do them one at a time so we don't risk the game dumping the fuel. What we'll do is put fuel 1 there, and then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. The advantage of doing this is that we take these, if the fuel tank detonates, it won't destroy the core in this area. So there's that's another secondary consideration that we need to think. Oops, yeah. I'll drop you there, so we disperse the fuel a little bit, like that. And then I think for a little bit more protection, we'll just do that. Yeah, I think that will do it. And then I'm going to pick up we're going to move the gravity generator. It's kind of in an awkward position at the moment. Where can I put it? We could put it on this corner, couldn't we? Actually, if we pick up the O2 station as well, we can put the gravity generator three. Won't go there. Okay, game. We'll put the gravity generator. No, we'll leave that walkway. We'll just put the gravity generator over there. That means that this opens up this for a part connection through there. O2 station. Where can we put the O2 station where it could be a little bit more accessible? We've got glass here, so we can take the interior glass wall out. Oops. Retrieve block. I think I can put the... We can put the O2 station here, just on this corner, can't we? That will put it a little bit closer into what we actually want to do. If I come into the ship to get it, so if I put there, put the... it's not going to do it because there's a block there. Okay. Well, we got this. Doesn't have to be 2 blocks wide, so put the O2 station there. Yeah, and that'll do. Actually, no, we can leave the mid station there. Put the O2 station there. What I will do is come in here, retrieve the shower. We'll create a kind of a utility facility here, just in this corner here. These cargo boxes, I think we can move those out so we can open up the core of the ship a little bit. Or can we actually, we could leave the wall here. That could be an option. I mean, do we want, actually, let's see, is the ship airtight? No oxygen. Probably turn the oxygen on. It might not tell me. Okay, it's not going to show it, probably because we're on a planet that's got an atmosphere. Oh well, that's something else we're going to need to sort out. I think I would like to do something about... I've got to find... I think what I might do is actually, I'm going to pick up this as well. You're in a kind of a bit of a... Oops. Haha. Forgot about what was inside it. I think we could tuck... Now, I want to leave these areas open because I'm thinking about putting extra storage in here. So, okay, so we may move those. Actually, there's no reason why the armor locker can't be up here, is it? Actually, there's no reason why the O2 tank thingy couldn't be up here as well either. So we put the armor locker just there and just put everything back in there. Yeah, I think we can utilize this space here like that. I could do the same for the... Yeah, and I think, yeah, tree view. Come over here. What we could do is a O2 station, shower. I think probably just to make it a little bit more aesthetic, where rotate you round. I can slip you in there. We could do then, but no. Let's put the O2 station on top like that. And we can have the command cockpit here. Got that there. The med station can say where it is, and we're running out of food again. Let me just see. Fridge. And what this does is it will open up this area for some extra storage, because we can build round over, take these out or move them somewhere. Take this out, we could probably still leave some form of passageway here, but we can build round it. What is this? Because we must be close to where the other storage is. Oops, that's carbon composite. Let me just take you out. That's the thruster. Okay, so we need to leave that thruster there. Or could we move the thruster? I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't put the thruster over here. Move this one out. We'll think about that. These are carbon composites as well, so that's the thruster there. That's way too close to the core. So we'll take you out there. We've got thruster there. Yeah, we're going to have to move these thrusters. That's way too close to the core. Okay, right. I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so if I come down here, I'll have a look underneath the ship and see where those thrusters actually are. Yeah, we've got 2 thrusters here, which we could move out a bit further out, or we could leave one close in, but not that there. We've got a problem here, so we're going to have to probably block in this area here with yeah, we're gonna have to block in this area anyway, because we're gonna need to protect the, we're gonna have to move the grow plot over one, actually, come to think of it. Let me just remove that. I'll do that so I can remember. Yeah, we're gonna need to extend the floor underneath to, yeah, I'm afraid the farm is gonna have to be like that, which means we're gonna have to put a layer of blocks there. Oops. Let me see, main storage. Where's the carbon? Oh, we've got a lot of carbon composite. I've just picked some up, haven't I? So we'll make the farm there. I mean, it's gates there. If you've got to walk through the farm, you've got to walk through the farm. That's all there is to it. So you got one. Yeah, and what we need to do is put a layer of blocks underneath to reinforce the floor here. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Any suggestions about the layout, construction, feel free to put it in the comments. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.